Hello, I'm Doug Keck, President and Chief Operating Officer here at EWTN. Our new season preview is next. Welcome to a special sneak peek at some of the great Catholic programming coming this season to EWTN. We'll take a look at new episodes of perennial program favorites along with a glimpse of some exciting new series and documentaries premiering this season. We'll also fill you in on the major church events to look for, including Pope Francis's next set of mercy-focused world travels. With 11 unique programming channels, you'll find EWTN in practically every corner of the globe. In English, Spanish, and even in German. In fact, virtually anyone who wants to can now get EWTN television and radio programming 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, anywhere in the world. Thanks to all of your support over the years for Mother's Mission, EWTN Everywhere is now a reality.
Oh, great choice. These are on special. Hey, haven't seen you in a while. What's new?
What's new? Did you know EWTN is everywhere? It's true. You can watch EWTN's great Catholic programming on your TV.
Can I get it on my car radio?
Yep, you can tune into EWTN on your car radio and Sirius XM too.
How about on my iPhone?
You bet. You can get EWTN on the go by using EWTN's app on your iPad, iPhone, any mobile device.
Well, where else?
You can get the latest Catholic news from the National Catholic Register in print and online.
Really? I didn't know that.
Oh, hey, I almost forgot. You can get EWTN on your computer by visiting EWTN.com.
Now that I've got to check out.
Hey, speaking of checking out, can we get moving here?
EWTN, it's everywhere.
Hey, haven't seen you for a while. What's new?
What's new?
No one brings you the complete wall-to-wall Catholic coverage of Pope Francis and the Church the way EWTN does. Last year, we covered the Holy Father every step of the way during his visit to the United States, including his historic addresses to Congress and the United Nations. This year, you can count on EWTN to provide coverage of all the Jubilee of Mercy live events coming from Vatican City and from around the world. We'll also bring you Fatima-related programming specials as a lead-up to the centenary celebrations planned to honor the anniversary of Our Lady's appearance to the three shepherd children in Portugal. Whether from our East Coast studios in Washington, D.C., our West Coast studio in Orange, California, from Vatican City or the Holy Land, we'll continue covering the important Catholic stories and events of interest to our audience. That's our promise to you. Wherever it's happening, whenever it's happening, you can count on EWTN to bring it to you with the trusted Catholic context you count on. EWTN is everywhere, including on demand on Roku, Amazon, and now on Apple TV. Want to see your favorite show anytime or get answers to questions about our faith? Log on to our website at EWTN.com. Now, if you're on the go, then download our app to any mobile device for complete access to EWTN programming, information, and features. There's even a special Bible section. You know, along with our live coverage, we've also got a brand new season lineup, including series and specials like Father Spitzer's Universe. What does science say about the human soul? Is creation compatible with evolution? What is the scientific evidence for the existence of God? These are cosmic questions of theological import from the intersection of faith and reason. Philosopher and theologian Father Robert Spitzer invites you to an interactive quest for certainty in an uncertain world. Father and I are live every week right here on EWTN. Peter Gagnon, Vice President of Programming and Production, is with us to tell us more about these series and the live events coming to EWTN this season. Welcome, Peter. Great to have you here.
It's great to be here, Doug.
Why don't you give us a hint of what we can look forward to?
Well, one of the new programs that we're really excited about is a program with Father Timothy Gallagher. A lot of people will remember him from his series, Finding God in All Things and Living the Discerning Life. His new series is Discerning the Will of God, an Ignatian Guide to Catholic Decision Making. We all need God's guidance in making decisions, big or small, in our life. And Father Timothy Gallagher, with his style and his approach, people have really liked him.
Very popular.
Oh, he's
Definitely
really very popular.
Right,
So we're
right.
excited about
Great to
that
have him back.
program. Another one that we're really proud of is the Saints versus Scoundrels. Now, that was planned to have just a few episodes. We'd air them as specials, but there was such great response from our viewers that we decided to expand it to 10 episodes.
And that's the one with Ben Weicker, right?
With Ben Weicker. He hosts that, and so we'll be airing that in a weekly slot coming up in the new season.
Great.
And some of the new episodes will be St. Edith Stein versus Friedrich Nietzsche. So that'll be a very interesting, entertaining.
St. Benedicta of the Cross, we have to make sure we say that too.
Correct. That's her official name as a saint, but most people know her as Edith Stein. We recently covered the March for Life, the Walk for Life, One Life LA. This year again we'll be covering the March for Life in Ottawa, which has really grown and expanded over the years we've covering it. You know, Mother, of course, has always put the defense of life at the forefront of our programming.
Right.
So we've seen that through our coverage of these pro-life events, there have been pro-life marches throughout the world, literally. So
Expanding,
we want to,
right? Yeah, exactly. Right.
So another thing, besides all the wonderful Jubilee events that we're going to be spending the year covering, we're going to be going to World Youth Day, the largest gathering of youth in the world. This year takes place in Krakow, Poland, which is very special because that's the homeland of St. John Paul II.
Right.
And so...
And also Divine Mercy you've got coming out of there as well.
Exactly.
This year of Mercy, right?
Exactly. So it all ties in directly. Our crews will be there on location in Krakow giving full coverage of this fantastic event. You know, Doug, a lot of people maybe don't realize, but the number of events, live events and specials we air throughout the year, we did over 200 just papal events last year and over 150 additional live events throughout the world in the United States. Like
and those have been increasing, right? Every year.
Exactly.
Right.
Every year we've done more and more of those, and people, it's an opportunity for different groups and organizations to have their events shown and to highlight those. A few things that our viewers can look forward to as well that we're in production for is a new series with Rob Evans, known as the Donut Man.
Okay, we know Rob.
And it's going to be focused on teaching the Mass to children. There's always the need for good Catholic programming for children, and so it's called I See the Mass, and Rob is going to have a group of young people here and will guide them through understanding the Mass. Another program that we'll be shooting on location with the Nashville Dominicans is a program on praying as a family. So teaching families how do you pray together and how to build up the family, which is, you know, obviously being attacked now in secular world. So this is a great series that we're looking forward to. And then finally, we recently shot on location in the Holy Land. So showing the Catholic sites throughout the Holy Land. So bring our viewers who can't go to the Holy Land, we're bringing the Holy Land to them. So some of just a few of the things we're working on.
And those great live events from the Holy Land and all the things going on. Thank you so much, Peter. You've been doing a great job. And, you know, Peter Gagnon here, Vice President of Programming Production here at EWTN. He's been here more than 22 years, a great son of Mother Angelica. EWTN gets out of the studio with a new series geared toward the John Paul II generation. We call it Real Life Catholic. Host Chris Stefanik steps into everyday life with everyday Catholics, working, serving, building, and exploring, all the while highlighting the spiritual lessons of gratitude and reliance on God's providence. In his premiere episode, Chris harvests cranberries with a Catholic farmer, kayaks with a priest, and flies a propelled hang glider while he's at it. Now that's something new for EWTN. Host Joanna Bogle and Claire Anderson travel throughout Bavaria, Germany, reflecting on the life of the young Joseph Ratzinger, from his childhood during the Second World War to his election as Pope Benedict XVI on April 19, 2005. A wolf in sheep's clothing. This 60-minute documentary presents a Catholic perspective on the life and thought of 1960s community organizer Saul Alinsky. Though not a Catholic, Alinsky's famous work Rules for Radicals impacted the thinking and tactics of many in politics today, as well as some in the church, especially in the area of social justice. It's compelling television you won't want to miss. St. Catherine of Siena, the EWTN original docudrama, filmed partly on location in Italy, presents the life and writings of St. Catherine of Siena. The program features interviews, a tour of sites important to her life, and dramatized recitations of her most important writings. Now the same film team that brought you the EWTN blockbuster The Crusades tackles the topic of the Inquisition. This original EWTN miniseries, filmed on location in France, Spain, Italy, and in England, presents the truths and dispels the many myths that have grown up over the years around the Inquisition. Kateri, another original EWTN miniseries filmed on location in the United States and in Canada, covers the life and spirituality of Saint Kateri Tekakwitha, the Lily of the Mohawks. You've seen the movie, now enjoy the miniseries. You can get our great radio programming on the EWTN Global Catholic Radio Network. You know, we're now on over 500 radio stations worldwide, as well as on Sirius satellite radio all over the United States and Canada. You can even tune in online to our live radio broadcasts on iTunes, iHeartRadio, and TuneIn Radio. No matter when, no matter where, you can listen to EWTN Radio. EWTN Radio is the home of Morning Glory with Brian Patrick every morning at 7 a.m. Eastern. Weekdays at noon Eastern, check out Take Two with Jerry and Debbie. It's an engaging and lively look at the spiritual, moral, and cultural issues through the lens of our Catholic faith. We've also got a new radio show originating weekly from our Orange County studios at Christ Cathedral entitled Call Me Catholic with Peggy Normandy. Tune to EWTN Radio for new episodes of Catholic Connection with Teresa Tomeo, Open Line, The Al Kresta Show, and Call to Communion with Dr. David Anders. Go to EWTN.com/radio for additional information on our programming lineup and network outlets.
Every new morning is a gift, and how you spend those early hours sets the tone for the rest of the day. What's first on your list? On mine, it's Glory. Morning Glory, dynamic Catholic morning radio. It's fast-paced and fun with all the news, weather, and sports, plus Christ-centered conversation to get you started in the right direction. Your destination for truth that you won't find anywhere else.
Morning Glory with Brian Patrick. Catholic from the start. Weekdays at 7 a.m. Eastern on the EWTN Global Catholic Radio Network.
EWTN is the home of event programming and miniseries for the whole family. This season, we're proud to bring you EWTN movies like Marie's Story. The film presents the true 19th century story of Marie Hortin, who was born deaf and blind and unable to communicate with the world around her. At the Larnay Institute in central France, the idealistic Sister Marguerite brings this young girl out of the darkness into which she was born. Kind of sounds like a Catholic version of the Helen Keller story. You know, every year EWTN brings you original features and documentaries, and here to tell us more about the lineup is John Elson, Director of Program Acquisitions and Co-Productions here at EWTN. John, great to have you here.
Thanks, Doug.
Tell us
Good
a
to be
little
here.
bit about some of the acquisitions and co-productions and maybe what that means when we talk about that.
Sure. Well, acquisitions is when we acquire a program that's been produced by an out-of-house producer or a producer that's not affiliated formally with EWTN. A co-production is when we work with people, again, outside the network from the beginning to end, from script to final broadcast, a particular documentary or even a movie.
And this is from people all over the world,
All over
right?
the world. And this season, we're very excited to bring, in this Jubilee Year of Mercy, two very exciting stories of mercy. One pertains to St. Damien of Molokai, who, as many people know, was a Belgian saint who lived in the 19th century, who spent half of his life serving the lepers of Hawaii. At that time in Hawaii, lepers were set aside. They were put on an island, the Kalupapa Peninsula, on the island of Molokai. And St. Damien, from very early on, went to service that population spiritually and physically. And he ended up dying. And so what we had is we had Father Nathan Cromley, who's a member of the community of St. John, travel with a group of young people on pilgrimage to
Okay,
discover.
so it's not just a documentary, it's really an experience for young
it's
people.
both and. It would be, we have experts
Right.
on camera who provide that historical commentary and information, and then we have these young people who are on pilgrimage who really experience Molokai directly and had a very, very impactful.
Because reaching the young is so important here at EWTN and for the
Well,
church.
we're very passionately concerned about it, and our next program, which also dovetails into this idea of mercy, is we had another group of young people from Canada this time, who traveled from their high school, their Catholic high school, Jean Vanier Catholic High School in Milton, Ontario. And they traveled across the ocean to a town known of Trosley, France, to visit with a Jean Vanier. Jean Vanier is an 87-year-old man.
Very well known, right?
Who spent the last 50 years of his life as the founder of L'Arche Homes. L'Arche stands for the Ark, which has a significance as Noah's Ark. And what he's done basically is he's cared for the mentally and physically disabled in a residential setting. They now have 147 communities in 35 countries. And what we follow is the before, the during, and the after of this youth pilgrimage. And the young people are deeply impacted by this encounter with Christ in disguise in the form of these people. And they're known as core members. The residents of these communities are core members. These core members have wonderful stories to tell, and ultimately it's a celebration of life.
Well, and this is a Catholic group too, right? I mean,
Absolutely
so if
Catholic,
there's youth,
Catholic.
Catholic youths,
Yep.
you're reaching out, again, these kinds of things, bringing that into EWTN, where again, the idea of young people and also helping those who are less fortunate in a year of mercy is so important. We need to know that.
And
You've also been intrinsically involved with all of the youth programming, in a sense, not only for young people, for kids with the cartoons, right? And
That's right.
The Friar and other productions
Friar,
like
We
that.
Are Catholic. My Time with Jesus is our latest series, so we're
Very
very excited to
popular
bring
too,
that that content. That's a co-production that we are again intrinsically involved from the very beginning all the way to the broadcast. So we're very excited about this programming in the Year of Mercy, and we look forward, thanks to the help of our viewers, to give you more programming of this quality.
Right. Let me just ask you before, we've had Kateri, some of the others.
Sure.
We have the Inquisition.
We have a set of miniseries coming up. For those familiar with the Crusades miniseries, we have the same production group working on the Inquisition to help just tell the truth. Tell the truth about the Inquisition, dispel the myths of this very misunderstood epic in Catholic history.
Thank you so much, John. Great to
Thank you.
have you here,
Thank you, Doug.
doing great work. John
Thank you.
Elson from EWTN. Sounds like it's going to be another great season of original programming here on EWTN.
Good morning, everybody. How's it going?
All right.
So what's new? What's new? Did you guys know that EWTN is everywhere? It's true. You can get EWTN's great Catholic programming on your car radio, at home on your TV. But that's only the beginning. With EWTN's app, you can take EWTN everywhere on your iPad, iPhone, or any mobile device. Want your news in print? Then turn to EWTN's paper of record, the National Catholic Register.
I didn't know that.
Yep, and that's not all. You can get EWTN on your computer by visiting EWTN.com.
Now that's something I've got to check out.
EWTN, it's everywhere.
Hey, I haven't seen you in a while. What's new? What's new?
EWTN is a family, and families are social. Our Facebook page is the best place to catch up on the latest that's going on at EWTN. New shows, premieres, stories of faith and hope, along with photos and posts by our over 700,000 family followers. Log on today and like us. We want to get to 1 million and show the world that our faith is alive. You know, you can also share us with your friends on Pinterest at pinterest.com/EWTN. You can follow us on Twitter at twitter.com/EWTN. And you can even watch the programs you want whenever you want to with EWTN's YouTube channel at youtube.com/EWTN. EWTN News Nightly, anchored by Brian Patrick, is the leading source for global news from a Catholic perspective. It's the newscast viewers can turn to 5 nights a week to get the truth. It's an honest, unbiased look at the day's events, highlighting exclusive live reports direct from the Vatican, Capitol Hill, and the White House, which is now being handled by D.C. veteran Lauren Ashburn. EWTN News Nightly, covering the stories others don't and asking the questions others won't. For over 20 years, World Over host Raymond Arroyo has blazed a trail for other Catholic journalists to follow with faith-filled analysis and commentary on world events, along with powerful, in-depth interviews with world leaders from all aspects of our culture. Always cutting edge, always thought-provoking. The World Over Live continues to take on the tough issues while shining the light of truth on all that is seen and unseen. Our weekly Vaticano program takes you to the heart of the Catholic Church with a comprehensive roundup of the week's events direct from the Eternal City. Get the latest news on the Holy Father and the Holy See with Vatican correspondents Alan Holdren, Edward Penton, and Mary Shovlin. The National Catholic Register brings you award-winning journalism and investigative reporting that makes it the true Catholic paper of record. You can also get the same great reporting and analysis from Dan Burke and Jeanette DeMello on Register Radio. CNA, the Catholic News Agency, the online Catholic news source that's fast, reliable, and free. CNA has dynamic stories, fabulous photos from L'Osservatore Romano, Exclusive Spanish content, blogs, columns, and more. Every day, all at your fingertips, all free. Log on to CatholicNewsAgency.com. This season, we'll be featuring new episodes of The Church Universal with Father Joseph Mary Wolfe as we continue to showcase the great Catholic apostolates that populate our church, and perhaps encourage you to get involved with one that fits your personal spirituality. EWTN will also be bringing back Vocation Boom with Jerry Usher with all new episodes, new guests, and new compelling stories of discernment as men prepare for the priesthood. Father Leo Patalinghug is in the kitchen again on Savoring Our Faith. You'll not only learn a great dish to share with your family, but you'll gain spiritual insight on how many foods relate to church teaching. It's food for the body, mind, and soul. 10 children raised and counting, Dr. Ray Garendi will help you nurture great kids, be a strong parent, and a loving marriage partner. He's on every week providing Christ-centered guidance and encouragement in a fun and entertaining way as only he can. Why not try Living Right with Dr. Ray and check out our new feature, Wisdom of the Ages, as Dr. Ray sits down with seniors to mine their wisdom and get their insights on life and faith experiences. Defending Life returns for another season with new episodes and guests, as well as a new miniseries by Father Charles Connor on the history of Catholicism in America. Shot on location in Maryland, the original Catholic colony in the Americas. Drop by for a cup of coffee and some lively conversation on topics affecting marriage and family life on At Home with Jim and Joy. It's Monday and Thursday afternoons at 2 p.m. Eastern. The Journey Home with Marcus Grody, now in its 18th season. A new episode every Monday night at 8 p.m. Eastern. We'll also continue to air the best of The Journey Home during the week. Inspiring, powerful conversion stories. Marcus guests reveal what led them home to the Catholic Church. Sunday night would not be Sunday night without Sunday Night Prime and Father Andrew Apostoli, who returns in the host seat. Likewise, our resident Bible scholar, Father Mitch Pacwa, leads thought-provoking discussions on church documents and papal encyclicals on Threshold of Hope. And of course, he'll still be hosting guests from around the world and taking your calls every Wednesday evening on EWTN Live. Jeanette Bankovic continues to unpack the treasures of being a woman and the beauty of femininity in new episodes of Women of Grace. Catholic View for Women is also back on EWTN with new episodes this season. She's funny, she's witty, and she's not afraid to speak her mind. The best of Mother Angelica Live every weekday at 10 a.m. Eastern. Mother shares her timeless advice and counsel with old friends and a new generation. Theology Roundtable features Colin Donovan, EWTN staff theologians, and guest priests as they drill down into the core meaning of church teachings on a wide range of social and moral issues. Saints vs. Scoundrels is back with more lively debates between the most interesting and influential saints and sinners of all time. EWTN continues to bring you animated series and children's programs that help you pass on our Catholic faith. My Time with Jesus is an animated series that features 4 children who imagine themselves into various gospel stories while learning the teachings and traditions of the Catholic faith along the way. We've got new episodes of Cat Chat that will premiere this spring, along with Tompkin, a new EWTN original. My Catholic Family, The Donut Man, and The Roman Catholic return for another season. And to stay informed on all that EWTN is offering, please make sure you get your Wings. Wings is our exclusive electronic newsletter highlighting EWTN television, radio, and internet programming. It's delivered to you weekly by email. Sign up for your Wings today by going to EWTN.com/everywhere and then just click on where it says Wings e-newsletter. If you'd also like to receive our monthly paper newsletter in your mailbox in addition to your email inbox, you can write to us or email us at viewer@ewtn.com and ask to be placed on our mailing list. These resources, along with our website, will guide you to all our special seasonal and feast day programming throughout the year. This includes, of course, the spiritual offerings of our televised daily rosaries, the Divine Mercy Chaplet, seasonal litanies, and above all, the daily Mass. Why not come and see us? A pilgrimage to both the Shrine and EWTN will give you the opportunity to enjoy the unique experience of a live show and even see and meet some of your favorite EWTN hosts. Pilgrims will also find a place for prayer and quiet contemplation among the gardens, paths, and grottos around the Shrine. To find out more about visiting EWTN or perhaps to plan a full group pilgrimage, go to EWTN.com/pilgrimage.
It's open. Come in.
Hey, you ready to go to lunch?
Yes, but I need to get a gift for Angela's first communion.
Sure, we can hit the mall on the way.
No need. I go shopping with Mother Angelica right here at EWTN Religious Catalog's web store, EWTNRC.com.
Really? I think we can get a better deal elsewhere.
That may be true, but I trust EWTN and Mother Angelica and feel better in knowing my purchase at EWTN Religious Catalog helps the mission of EWTN. Well, you know, spreading the gospel of Jesus Christ and His church all over the world. Not to mention putting holy reminders in every home is what's important to me.
Well, that makes sense. Let's give them a call.
No need. Let's order online. It may be a toll-free number to us, but EWTN picks up charges for the call and the order.
Right. Spend the money on spreading the gospel.
Rather than a phone call.
Okay, I'm a convert. EWTN Religious Catalog, EWTNRC.com.
Yep, my place to shop, EWTNRC. It's really Catholic.
EWTNRC.com. 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. It's your place for all things Catholic.
Thanks to you, our EWTN family, we're able to bring you great Catholic programming, Catholic news, and information, as well as spread the gospel of Jesus Christ, the truth worldwide. Thanks to you, EWTN is everywhere. You know, for more information about anything EWTN, just log on to EWTN.com. And I'm Doug Keck. Thank you for joining us.